This is the Canon AE-1 and it's my camera. Here's what I can say about it, the technical side at least. It's got a split image viewfinder, really clear, super easy to focus manually. It takes FD lenses like the 50mm 1.4 or the 28mm 2.8, which were very popular Canon lenses. It has a built-in light meter and a hot shoe for an external flash. Made of both plastic and metal, well balanced, weighs about half a kilo. It's got this beautiful patina from age, but still light enough to carry anywhere because it's also made of plastic. The shutter goes from 2 seconds up to 1,000 of a second, but honestly, that barely touches what it feels like to shoot with it. How I got this camera? One day, when I started getting more serious about photography, I joined a local school mostly for some seminars, some inspiration, and a deeper dive into photography, its history, its technical side, and of course meeting other people who loved photography too. We had some small exercises, you know, the usual stuff everyone does at first, which actually are really fun to do even after so many years. So I needed a camera. This one, the Canon AE-1, used to belong to my dad. I remember it sitting on a shelf at my parents' house for years, gathering dust. Maybe he used it before I was born, because growing up I only remember the little point-and shoots we took on holidays. I never really saw him hold this one. I just picked it up and it became mine. I didn't ask, I just took it. Come to think about it, I kind of stole it in a way. I didn't even know if it worked. I loaded a roll of film and started shooting. I don't remember what I shot on that first roll, but I remember the feeling, the curiosity, that mix of doubt and excitement, not knowing if anything would come out, not knowing if the light meter worked right, nothing. I knew nothing. It felt like stepping into a new world, fragile and completely unknown. Pretty soon, I started feeling at home with this camera. And now, 9 years later, it's still the one I reach for first. I feel comfortable with it. I trust it. There's a bond. Sometimes I don't want to try something new. I just want that sense of intimacy and safety that comes when I shoot with it. I guess it's the same with people, right? When you build connection and trust, you crave that. The excitement of something new never really compares. I've never wanted to sell my Canon AE-1, and honestly, I don't think I ever will. Besides the sentimental side, I just love the 35mm format and the 50mm lens. It just feels so good in my hands. I know where everything is. Not that it's hard to figure out another camera, but my hands are just used to this one. The distance between the buttons, the weight, the shape. My fingers already know where to go. It feels like home. The better your bond with the camera, the more invisible it becomes. Like it disappears between you and what you see. It turns into a bridge between your inner world and the outer one. And the result? It always carries both. Come to think of it, it's important to stick with one camera and really learn it, to know how it behaves, where it struggles, what it loves. When I started photography, I didn't really have opinions about gear. I wasn't much of a gear person, to be honest. I admire people who are, people who know every detail, every lens, every spec. I take and I seek for their advice when I need it. But for me, gear was never the main focus. What matters more, I think, is when gear actually becomes important. Sometimes it's because a new project calls for something different, a new lens, a new format, or maybe just curiosity, wanting to learn and expand a bit. Trying something new can open a whole world and spark fresh ideas. But it's easy to start feeling pressure around gear, especially online, where there's always something new to compare yourself to. Owning just one camera doesn't mean you haven't grown. It just means you found something that works. The internet runs on impressions, and sometimes it feels like to be seen as a photographer, you have to show the tools. But at the end of the day, what really matters is the work you create and the way you communicate through images. Gear doesn't make you a photographer. A photographer makes the most of whatever gear they have. Every camera has its limits, but those limits are also opportunities for creativity. In the end, the camera is just the bridge between the operator, subject, and the viewer.